Hello YouTube fans, back again. I know I thought I'd do an interesting film starring Clint Eastwood in a psychological thriller from '84, that being Tightrope. Again, Clint Eastwood plays a detective going after a serial killer who murders prostitutes as well as other women. The only thing with Clint Eastwood's character is he's a single dad, which, funny enough, actually had his daughter in the film, his real daughter. Kind of the same, really. You never seen her in anything else, as I do feel she played a really good role in the film, and I do actually like it suspenseful. Let's not forget the other day that played his daughter, who you may remember in V, the final battle, as well as in Toll. I always find it funny to see where Clint Eastwood is driving his kids out and the little girl says to her dad, "Dad, what's a dad on?" It does make me laugh to hear that from a kid's mouth. And Clint Eastwood is trying to teach her the birds and the bees, and the older daughter says, "Dad, forget it." It does make me laugh. But again, Clint Eastwood plays a single dad, and the movie Tightrope does hit the line, because is he heading for the tightrope? Is he going over the edge, going after this serial killer? And there are bits where you sort of dislike Clint Eastwood because he spends half the time thinking with his dick. Yep, I'm not making this up. He thinks with his miggle brain. Instead of testing the prostitutes and the women in the sex business, he spends half his time getting laid with the women. Ah well, you might as well get some benefits off the job. Some of the sexual scenes and violence was trimmed down on terrestrial TV, but happy to say you can now get it in its uncut form. If you're going into Tightrope like the Dirty Harry films with lots and lots of action, you're going to be disappointed, because it is more of a thriller, but it's a damn good performance by Clint Eastwood. There's a scene where the psychopath breaks into Clint Eastwood's house. He does plays Locke in the film. That being Clint Eastwood's character. It does get pretty gruesome at that scene, and you do have the tendency to think as he raped one of the girls, but it doesn't go that far. You do get Clint Eastwood's wife, Locke's wife I should say, as he does come across being a bit of a stuck-up bitch, which gives you the idea why the kids was chanted in his custody as they spit up. You do get a nice bit of the scene where the daughter says, "I'll make coffee and I'll make pancakes for you too, Dad." And she wraps her arms round her dad, which I kind of like that scene. It's a nice, warm, tender scene, and it's a really good performance by Clint Eastwood. He doesn't have emotions, and you think, yeah, this is a typical guy that thinks with his middle brain, going after the psychopath. There's even a scene where you've got a blonde, bit of eye tander, and a bit of a sex scene for Clint Eastwood. But I think it was the first time a sexual scene in the film for Clint, apart from other films he may have done in the past. It's not a bad movie, Tightrope, and there's a scene where he falls in love with a woman who manages to get his tender side, away. When she first puts her hand on his face, he hesitates, but near the film, he does not. Let's not forget the nightmare scene in Tightrope, where he has a nightmare of killing the woman who he loves. That's all, it's a nightmare. And you think it's not going to go that way, is it? Where Clint Eastwood, as Lockett, becomes a psychopath. But happy to say, it doesn't go that round. It's not a bad film. Again, it's more of an expense thriller. But Tightrope definitely has an edge, as you do feel that the character who Clint Eastwood is playing is going to become walking on the tightrope. And one of the characters, let's not forget, who plays his partner, is only the same guy that 1 year after played the villain in Mando, good film by Arnie. But Tightrope's not a bad one. It's a psychological thriller. So for that, I'll give it a 8-star rating. It's not a bad film, and it's a good performance by Clint Eastwood back in his heyday. Other than that, have a good one.